So guys, welcome back everyone. Having a little fun in the garage today. Well, I don't know about fun, but working in the garage on the no prep car. If you look here, it's floating a little bit. Well, kind of hard to tell, but no prep car's on the rack. I've been doing some scaling. It's hard to see right here. We've got sandbags, trying to move some weight around. Trying to figure out where to put the weight after we have now changed the springs and hopefully get this thing to do what we want. Also got the 6 week tires mounted, ready to go. All the stuff y'all seen in the last video, it's all just sitting over here waiting for 6 week. Black car just sitting here. Steve's going to come do a little bit more tuning on that this week on C16. Didn't want to run as great when I went to leave the garage the other day. So he's going to come, it's just running a little too rich. So he's going to come leaning out a little bit more, you know, maybe try to teach me how to do it. But we're also, we changed some stuff on the fuel system. Well, we changed the top of the fuel tank on this car. Let me show you what we went to. I actually threw the box away. If you look here, we went to this little, come on, PQI billet aluminum top piece, and I will actually put the time lapse in right now. And just so y'all know, if you have somebody with little hands, it's a lot easier than somebody with hands like mine. I dropped the socket down in there, and apparently I've lost my magnet, so I'm about to go buy another magnet from Harbor Freight. But we put one of these on the top of that tank that just unscrews instead of this piece of crap right here that a lot of you guys have. If you look, you can see it. This has actually came off on us, and all the pieces fell down in the gas tank twice on this car. So I highly suggest doing the PQI thing. It takes like 5 minutes to do it, and it unscrews, makes it a lot nicer. So let me show you that time lapse, and then we'll show you what else we've been doing on this car. So we got the car up in the air. Show you a little something here. I'll turn the camera around and show you. We have built a couple different things on the car, including a camber mount that shoots up at the suspension and will let us be able to see the suspension, not just on the data log, but actually be able to see it on this camera, see both shocks, see how they're acting, and make sure they're actually working the correct way with these new springs in. So let me get this turned around, and then we will show you some of the upgrades we've made. So if you look right here, I'll actually turn it on. See if it kicks on. If you look right there, I have actually an Osmo. It's not a GoPro this time. This is one of my older cameras, the very first one I started with. So if it gets destroyed, it's a little cheaper, but you can actually see on the screen, you can see both shocks completely. So we will be able to see what the shocks are doing. If you look right here, I added a weight bar underneath. I actually have the clamps on the way, so we can clamp on unsprung weight instead of all the sprung weight that we have hiding right here. I will not tell you how much the car weighs, but we have quite a bit of weight in it, and we're going to try to get some of that off and get it to this rear end right here. We also have new coil springs installed here. If we run to the front though, I want to show you guys something and get y'all's opinion. Maybe somebody knows better than me. It's hard to see, but as you can tell, we got a 450-pound spring in the front. If it'll focus. Anyway, 450-pound spring in the front. And from my knowledge, from my research, I feel like we're supposed to have a lighter spring, like a 275. So if anybody knows, please help me out. Let me know. But as you can see, we've got everything hooked back up from the new coilovers and everything, or from the new coil springs. We've got our shock mount, or our shock sensors, and our roll bar and everything's hooked back up. So let's get it down a little bit and show you the plan for this week. So let's walk around to the car here. So I don't know if y'all have seen this. If you watch, we got quick detach that we have made work with steel doors. I have the other side. I'm going to try to put them on this week so we can take the passenger door off, and then at that point we'll be able to take this off, well, this door, that door, and the trunk, and basically have quarter panels and be able to just work on the car. So we're going to work on the quick detach system. And the reason I want to do that is because my goal is to try to get fiberglass doors in the next couple months, maybe a little longer, to be able to run different classes depending on where we go. Also, we're going to work on the toolbox back here. This is the toolbox out of the trailer. I've actually ordered a couple small things for it, including side pieces, rubber protectors, to try to keep it nice. Yes, I bought white. I think it looks good. So we're going to try to do that this week, and maybe look at these tires up here and see if they're any good. We need to get some new ones. I think they're all right. They still feel soft, but these are actually for a prep track, where these are for unprepped. And I think we're going to be changing these out because they're pretty wore out already, and I've not been the happiest with them so far. So that's what we got going on in the garage. Been working out here all day, scaling the car, trying to move some stuff around, figuring out a couple things. Realized my garage wall over here is still leaking, so we're gonna have to try to seal that up better. You know, older garage. Also got to get more lights in here. I tried to run, this is the second time I did this video, tried to run my new GoPro 13 my wife bought me, and it didn't look that great. And I think a lot of it comes because I just don't have enough lights in here. So Dad, if you're watching this, I need more lighting. That's for Dad to figure out. Y'all don't know, my dad's a master electrician. Been doing it since I was a kid. He's amazing at it. Super fast, can almost wire a house in a day. It's crazy. Trust me, I don't even want to work with him. I've tried it before, it's terrible. I'm definitely not an electrician. I'll stick to being a mechanic. He says the same thing about being a mechanic. He'd much rather be an electrician, so we're on the same page there. But definitely need some more lights because it did not pick up in here, and this will be the second time I'm filming this. Was gonna use this camera, but wanted to try the new 13, which I really do like. I'll do a review on it because I know some of you guys are all trying to do your own YouTube channels on cars and stuff, and truthfully, what my wife bought me was a good start for anybody that does YouTube. If you just want to start out, not do a DSLR like I've got sitting here, it's a really good option. It's what I started out with. It's done great, but if you look here, this does do a little better. But we got some more scaling to do. I got to make a phone call on those front springs. Also going to call the suspension guy and send him all the scale numbers with sandbags and weight in it, and then we're going to take them out and do it without and see his opinion if we need to move something around and go from there. We also find out we got a lot more travel right here than what we thought. Me and Joe were up talking about it last night. We actually have more than what we thought. It's just getting this car to weight transfer. It hasn't wanted to do it. So we're gonna work on that. I've actually been online trying to find a track in Tennessee or somewhere that would be open this weekend because it's supposed to be 25 degrees here in Kentucky, and cannot find one because I was actually gonna go down there, do some testing, just stay in the enclosed trailer with the heater, and just try to figure out what this car is doing. And unfortunately I have not been able to figure that, find somewhere to be able to do that. You know, I don't mind driving 5 hours if I have to, because there is no tracks around me that are testing. Everything is closed down. But guys, that's what we're doing in the garage. Got both the G bodies ready to go. well, pretty close to ready to go. We just need the weather to change. And we got a couple other things to do. Before we end this, I'll show you what one of my next goals is. And that's that engine block sitting right there. I want to get that 427 built and build it, put it in this car, have this engine sitting on a stand as a backup, and also want to find a spare rear gear and transmission and have it sitting there, because last year when this transmission broke, we were down for almost 2.5 months of race season because we could not get it built fast enough. So trying to find spares of everything so that we can be back up and running by that next weekend if we had to. So I have a spare 400, it just needs to be built, so I'm going to talk to the trans guy and see what he says, and talk to my sponsor about the 427 and see if he'll help me out with it, and kind of go from there. We are doing more S10 stuff. I'll go down there and film here the next couple of days, but as of right now in my garage, this is what we're doing. Joe's been doing his own thing down there on that, and we need roll cage tubing, but it's been Christmas and everything to finish that up. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to get it yet. You know, holidays and family comes first. So we're gonna get back at it. Maybe I can suck my dad in and get some more lights in here, because it definitely could use some brighter ones. We replaced most of them, but we need brighter still. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough for a lot of the cameras. Even this one, as you can see right here, it's still a little dark. So guys, appreciate it. You got any questions, let me know. We're doing a lot. Hopefully we can get this thing out soon. I really like to see what it can do. But unfortunately, it's just not been in the cards with the weather and all the holidays. So we'll get there soon. But until next time, guys, we'll see you later.